Let's quickly go over a bunch of things that you can do with tables. For the first one is I like to duck things. See how down at the bottom that the bass and the kick are occupying the exact same space? And then on this one, you can see that the kick ducks the bass out of the way. And you do that with the VT command. And you might be wondering why you shouldn't just use a volume on the bass, and because this will work no matter where you put that kick. So if I put just chops it up. The next one, giving instruments a little bit more expression. First thing I do is at the beginning of every note is I add PSL. That will slide between the first and last note. The next thing I do is I give a little bit of a mute to it, just kind of cuts it. And then I put some vibrato on it right when it comes back, and you can see that too, little wiggle. The next one is making delay effects. Just use this velocity channel on the table to fade the instrument out over time. And what else I do in this case is halfway through is I send some of the instrument to the reverb. So I get a little bit of a as the instrument's fading out. And if you want to slow down the delay, you can do that. Okay, next, what do we got? You know, you've got a sample like this. This comes with the M8, so you should be able to find it. But, you know, what if you want to do something fresh with this? Well, you can jump into a table. And so what I'm doing here is I'm modulating the start time. I'm giving it some error, so that'll just kind of change the pitch or something slightly. And the next is I'm just cutting it. You change how aggressive the cut is by changing the two values. You can even, you know, make different shapes and stuff like that as if you had an LFO. But, you know, we're not using any LFOs or any envelopes at all to do this. It's all just being done in the table. Okay, and last but not least, making really long sequences. So first you'll have to make sure your note doesn't cut off. But you can go into the table, make your sequence whatever you want that to be, and at the end send it to a different table, and you can use that with the TBL command. And if you hit shift right, it'll take you to that table where you can continue to edit it, and you can add LFOs to this as well. All that with one note.